Don't let lostness cause you to believe that you will never find your way again. I just want to encourage you that from my own experience with God, trusting in God, you will find your way. You will feel better in time. It will be better again. There'll be brighter days. There are brighter days ahead. And then this, remember whose you are. WHOSE. Remember whose you are. If you're feeling lost, a lot of times we feel lost because of what we don't know, but sometimes we're feeling lost because of what we have forgotten. And so I want to remind you tonight to remember this, that you are God's child and you are in God's hand. You are in the palm of his hand. Even if you're feeling lost, you are still in God's hand. I'm going to close with this. Do you remember that old Negro spiritual? He's got the whole world in his hands. And as the slaves were singing that together, working in the cotton fields or wherever they were at, and life was so out of control. Life was basically taken away from them, and nothing seemed like they couldn't control anything. Everything was spinning out of order. So one day they start singing this song. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole wide world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. And how encouraging that must have been for them as they felt lost, but to think that there's a God who has the whole world in his hands. And then the song goes on, and it says, he's got the itsy bitsy baby in his hands. He's got the itsy bitsy baby in his hands. He's got the itsy bitsy baby in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. And those slaves who had little babies, not only are they struggling with the fact that their life feels out of control and they're feeling lost, but their baby's life, they don't know their baby's future. Their baby's in the hands of someone else. And they're saying, even my little baby is in God's hands. And then the song goes on and it says, you and me, brother, are in his hands. He's got you and me, brother, in his hands. And then it ends with, he's got you and me, sister, in his hands. He's got you and me, sister, in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. So if you're lost, if you're feeling lost tonight, the psalmist says to look up. Stop walking. You can't look up and walk at the same time. Stop walking. Psalm 121, 1 and 2. I lift my eyes to the mountains. This is what I'm going to encourage you to do tonight before you go to bed. I'm going to encourage you to do this tomorrow in the morning and at lunchtime, in the evening. Lift your eyes. Stop feeling like you got to have it all figured out. Lift your eyes. Ask yourself, where does my help come from? Well, my help comes from the Lord, the Maker, not only of me, but of all heaven and earth, because he's got the whole world in his hands and he has it figured out. And he will show me the next correct step to make so I can breathe and relax and enjoy being a child of God. It's going to be okay if you're feeling lost.